Welcome students. Today we are going to learn how we can fetch the data from the result set after execution of a SQL query in a Python script. So before starting these methods, first we have a revision of how we can write a script to connect a MySQL database with a Python application. So we are just writing the script once more so that we will get the steps how we write the script to connect a Python application with MySQL. First, we need to import the package. Import MySQL dot connector. Second step is creating the connection object. Connection object equal to MySQL dot connector dot connect, and here we have to write the connection string in which there is host, that is localhost, another is user, that is root, password, let us make it as blank. Now the database, let us take the database test. So we have created the connection string. Now we are creating the cursor. Cursor equal to connection object dot cursor. Cursor is the function which is used to create the cursor. Now we are writing the SQL statement, whatever we want to perform. Select asterisk from table. Let us take table student. If any condition is required to be specified, then where clause. Suppose we are retrieving the record where marks is greater than 90, so where greater than 90. Now cursor dot execute statement. Now we have to fetch the data. So data equal to cursor dot fetch all. Now we want to print the data. Print data. Now we have to close the connection. Connection object dot close. So in this lecture we will discuss this step, how we can fetch the data with the help of different methods. Now there are three methods to fetch the record. First is fetch all. So simply we can write data equal to cursor dot fetch all. It will fetch all the data from the result set. Remember that the data fetched by the fetch all will be a list of tuple. What I have said, all the records will be present in the form of list of tuples. Okay? And if we want to print the data, we can simply write print data, or if we want to traverse the data one by one, then you can write by using in loop also, like for I in data print I. So this will display one record at a time from the list of tuples. So this is fetch all. Fetch all means if we want to fetch all the data in one go from the result set. Now the second thing, fetch many. If we want to fetch a particular amount of data, suppose we say that I want to fetch first 5 record from the database, then we will simply write data equal to cursor dot fetch many 5. So this statement will fetch first 5 records from the result set. Now you can print the data. Print data, or you can traverse the data by using a loop. For example, for I in data, you can use any loop index. I am just using I. Print I. So this is fetch many. This is fetch all. Now we are going to learn the third one, fetch one. Fetch one is used to fetch one record at a time. The record will be fetched in the form of a tuple. So we have written data equal to cursor dot fetch one. It will fetch first record from the result set. If there is no record, then fetch one function returns none, N-O-N-E, none. So remember that it will fetch the first record from the result set. If there is no record, then it returns none. So if we want to fetch all the records from the result set by using fetch one function, then we have to write the loop in this format. While data is not none. Remember that in none, this N is capital. Print data. Now it will print the first row of the result set. Now we want to fetch next record, then we will write again data equal to cursor dot fetch one. So in this way it will fetch the next record. So loop will continue till the records is available in the result set. As soon as all the rows are fetched one by one, then it will return none, and once the none is returned, this condition will become false and the execution of the loop stop. There is one more property of the cursor, that is row count. It is what? It is a property of the cursor which will returns the count of number of records fetched by the cursor. Suppose we want to display how many records are fetched at the time of execution of the statement, then we can do just in a simple statement like this. Suppose we have written the statement select asterisk from table name, condition where marks greater than 90. Cursor dot execute statement, data equal to cursor dot fetch all. Now I just want to see how many records are there which are having marks greater than 90, or we want to display how many records are fetched on the basis of above SQL condition. Then we will simply write, let us take a variable, say n equal to cursor dot row count, print number of records fetched. This is a message, just we have simply write this message, and the value is n. So in this way, row count is the property through which we can easily get how many records are fetched after the execution of the SQL statement and the records fetched by the function. So in this way, we can retrieve the number of records fetched. So let us revise. There are three functions available for fetching the result. First is fetch all, another is fetch many, and the third one is fetch one. Fetch all function fetches all the records from the result set. Fetch many function fetches the number of records specified. Suppose in this example we have specified to fetch 5 records, that's why we have written fetch many 5. Now the third function is fetch one. It will fetch first record from the result set. If there is no record, then it returns none. So we want to traverse all the record set one by one by using fetch one function. Then we have to write the loop while data is not none, means loop तब तक चलेगा जब तक वहाँ पर none नहीं आता, and after that we will print the data and we want to fetch the next record. Then again we are writing the fetch one function inside the loop because this is present outside the loop. So we want to execute the loop, then again we have to fetch the record, then again we have to write fetch one function inside the loop. So loop will continue till the function does not returns none, and after that it will stops. Row count is the property of the cursor through which we can easily get how many records are fetched through fetch function. So simply it returns the numeric value. We are using a variable, say n. Here we have stored the number of rows fetched by the cursor. So here what we have written, fetch all. It will fetch all the rows which satisfy this query, means it will fetch the rows of the student table which are having marks more than 90, and the number of rows fetched will be stored inside the variable n, and we are displaying the value n. Am I clear with this? Thank you.